Old age isn't for sissies. I was tired, achy, had no energy, and then I talked to Dr. Dan about his stem cells work and thought I'd give it a try. Why not? I thought when you got my age you didn't have stem cells anymore. I thought that was for babies, but he tells me I've got stem cells in there, so sure, I'll give it a try. He gave me something to increase the stem cell activity in my own system, my own stem cells. And then I went into his office, I drew some blood, took maybe 10, 15 minutes, very easy, no big deal. And then he does something to them to help activate the stem cells, and then reintroduces them back into my own body, my own stem cells. I was absolutely amazed. I had no idea what to expect, and Dr. Dan said, you may have a great reaction, nothing may happen. I just said, we don't know. We're going to see how this works for you. So the next couple of days, everyone I ran into, all of my friends, asked, what are you taking? What are you on? Are you taking something illicit? Are you doing uppers? What's going on with you? I had more energy. Everybody was astonished, me too. And I have recommended to all of my friends, get in and see Dr. Dan. This stem cell therapy absolutely was a home run for me. Of course, I guess you would call that anecdotal evidence, but I'll tell you, I've never seen anything like it. Feel better, I remember things better, and have energy like I haven't had since I was a little kid. It's great stuff.
Hello, my name is Larry Howard. I'm here to talk to you about a personal experience I had with stem cells. Before, I knew nothing about it, and I decided to give it a shot. I've had some problems in memory. I would walk upstairs to a room and forget what I was doing, lethargic, getting old, achy joints. And I thought, well, I heard about this, I wanted to give it a try. And so I had my stem cell day where I came in, and apparently stem cells are in the blood. I didn't know that. I thought they were in the bone marrow. And so they took my blood out and they separated the stem cells out and activated them, so they say, and they put them back in me 2 days later. And the experience, I'm here to talk to you about the experience I had with these stem cells. They had a profound impact on me, especially my brain. So the first day I get the stem cell treatment, the infusion back into me. I'm driving down the road. There's 4 people in the car, and I'm not really feeling much difference until somebody in the back seat got a phone call, and they were reading off a long-distance international number, 10 or 15 digits. And as I was driving, I remembered the number. I saw the number in my head. I heard the number in my head. In fact, I could almost reach up and touch the number. It was so vivid and so clear. I go, wow, that is interesting. It's almost like I had some miraculous photographic memory. And as I was driving, I was watching this number that wouldn't go away. It just sat there. And so about 5 minutes later, I said, hey, can I check on something? And they said, what? Sure. What's the question? And I said, I want to see if I remember that international number. And I quoted the number off and read it to them. In fact, I believe I could have even read it backwards and forward. It was so vivid in my memory. And for the rest of that day, I had this incredible memory. And I was also relaxed. I mean, give you this personal experience about how these stem cells affected, I believe, my brain, and Lord knows what else it was affecting, I believe, in a positive way. So as the day and the evening progressed, I would have conversations with people, and it was so easy to access vocabulary words that I couldn't grasp or reach for, in the last, since my college days 20, 30 years ago. And so I was putting these sentences together, and when the other person talked, I had such a relaxed, clear state of understanding what they were saying. It was there was a relaxation to the stem cells. There was a calmingness to the stem cells. I believe that the stem cells that I had a tremendous impact on my thinking, on my brain, on my acuity, my acumen of listening skills. Just amazing, and especially my memory. And so as we progressed that day, that night, I got a book, and I was reading the book, and it's, years ago I took speed reading, years ago, when I was in college, And when I opened the page of the book, I noticed that I could see more of the whole page. And in speed reading, you can look at the page. It's been years ago, Evelyn Wood's reading, speed reading. But I remembered all the tricks that I had, but I could access those same reading tricks that I wasn't even paying attention to for about 20 or 30 years. So yes, I would say the first day was just extraordinary with mental acuity. The second day, I woke up, and it wasn't like when you wake up and you're kind of groggy. I woke up fresh and clear and ready to rock and roll. I was locked and loaded mentally and had this burst of energy. And the funny thing is about this, I want to retract a bit, is that I had no hunger. I wasn't hungry at all on the stem cell day, and I had the stem cell treatment in the morning. I did not eat that whole day, and I had no hunger pains. The next day, likewise, I had no hunger pains, and I thought, well, maybe I should eat something. And I go, well, maybe I should just enjoy not eating and seeing how far I can go with this, because it was like a fast without all the pain and suffering. Well, the next day went by, and again, I was clear, but not as clear as I was on day one, mentally with the memory, but I was clear, and I had much better memory than ever before. But I wasn't hungry that whole day. I was sharp. I had meetings to go to in business, and it was so easy to do my day versus what I would normally put up with. I would have to struggle a little bit with some of the intellectual things I was dealing with in my work. But I didn't eat that next day. And then the third day came around. Again, I got better memory, better access to words, mental acuity, cognition, listening skills. I'm just loving it. And I use that at my work. And so the third day, now I haven't eaten for 2 days, and my mental acuity is just rocking like it's never rocked in 20 years. The same thing, I wasn't hungry for the third day in a row, didn't eat. I'll drink water, I'll have some tea. So that night, at the end of the third day, again, very clear, sleeping very deep, very sound, a lot of colorful dreams, and that night at dinner was not hungry, but I forced myself to eat because I was getting a little nervous, not getting any protein or food in me. So I had dinner that night, and then over the course of the next 2 or 3 months, my mental acuity was better than it was. In fact, even to this day, this was a few years ago, I feel that the stem cell treatment had given me kind of a chance to go back in time, and I feel much better from these stem cells, both physically and mentally, and I highly recommend it to my family, my friends, and had them go get stem cell treatments too, and they had similar results as I did with the stem cells, and wish you all good luck with it.